Okay, I'm making a beginner's guide for GOLALOON, aka Go Lava. There are a number of different variances or varieties of this attack strategy. I'm going to go with the middle of the road one where people just starting out with the strategy can learn with repeatable steps over and over and over again, have good success with it, and as you get better, you can deviate from it, change the spells up, change the troop composition up a little bit as you see fit for uh, the target base. And so, first of all, this is a pretty complex strategy. It's not something that I would recommend people just willy-nilly try out and expect to be successful at it. It's a hybrid strategy. It involves ground and air. Troops, there's very specific objectives that you need to accomplish. It's pretty complicated. And so if you feel that you're ready for it, you're wanting to try a hybrid attack, something that's different, then by all means, go for it. But just understand there are other strategies that are more effective, um, that are easier to learn, and that's going to be more mainstream. This particular strategy is not something that you can use for most, if not all, or all, not all bases out there. It's just a small percentage of bases where it makes sense to bring GOLALOON, Go Lava. So with that being said, we can go ahead and get started. The troop composition, again, it's middle of the road. It's something that I found it's easy to start off with baby steps. And so it's the same thing, 2 golems, 3 hounds, one of them being a max inside the castle. You're going to need 12 balloons, a few wall breakers, and wizards to make the funnel. If you have any leftover spots, it's going to be for um, archers for cleanup. Your spells are going to be 4 quakes, a rage, and a heal. And that's pretty much it. And so the last thing that I want to mention is that if you don't have mid-level heroes, in this particular case I'm using 15, 16. 15 is about the minimum that I would recommend in using for this particular strategy because, again, like I said, each troop has a very specific assignment. The king needs to be strong enough to go and bust through all the defenses and target the enemy queen. The queen needs to be strong enough to help kill the clan castle. Ideally, she's strong enough to survive that initial kill and help with the cleanup because it is a slow moving strategy, and any leftover troops that you have from your kill squad is certainly helpful. So for the particular example that I'm using, the attacker is going to be Hulk with mid-level heroes, but everything else in Town Hall 9 is going to be maxed out. The enemy target is going to be Fees, which is a 9.5, but was previously and still has Max Town Hall 9 defenses. And in this particular case, the bows are up, so which makes it a little bit more challenging. So when we start off this particular strategy, there are a number of different objectives. Same with most strategies that are out there. This one's not going to be too different, but your main objectives are to kill the enemy queen, the clan castle, and for this particular troop composition, 2 air defenses. Now, most wars you see these days, the clan castle is centralized, and so that's pretty simple. It's going to be right in the middle, and to determine your entry point is going to be where the queen is and where the air defenses are. And so with the queen being offset southwest of the clan castle, that naturally would make you think you're coming in from the southwest. But again, you're trying to kill 2 air defenses. And so if you came in directly from the southwest, you're only going to have access to one. You could, with the Quake, go and get this northern one right here, the one that's just above it. But it makes it difficult with mid-level heroes to survive that far to travel and get that second air defense. And so what I chose to do was Quake right here and come in from the west. And so let's take a look at it really quick here. There's a Quake, and that's going to set up my golems coming in from the west. We're going to use wizards from the outside to make the funnel, and then we're going to wall break in. So let's pause right here because Once a wall break has occurred, you can see the golems starting to make their way in. Most of the side structures are cleared or about to be cleared, and that gives you the green light to send in whatever remaining kill squad you have left. In this case, the king, queen, and just maybe one or two wizards that I have here. So as they start making their way in, again, what is our objective? Queen, clan castle, 2 air defenses. And so I have brought a rage spell, a heal spell, and 2 poisons to take care of all of that. And so, yes, I've depleted everything to make that objective right there. So we know, you can see that this is going to occur very easily. Number one, they're giants, but had it been a dragon or whatever, the 2 poisons, a raged up queen with a heal, it's going to knock that entire side out there, and we're going to meet our objective. And so at this point, you do have the green light to send in your second part, the hybrid part, second part of your attack, and that is going to be the hounds followed by the balloons. Now, one of the considerations that you have here are the air sweepers. There's one right there, and there's 2. There's a second one. And so I didn't mention that earlier in the attack. You want to try to knock out these air sweepers if you can with your kill squad, because it could potentially mess up this particular strategy here. And so at this point, I'm going to attack the remaining air defenses. There's one right there. The second one is down here. And so you can deploy this with the strongest hound, single hound first, followed by balloons, or you can do 2 of your weaker hounds together, or not together, but at the same time, but from different angles with your balloons, and then the opposite or whatever's remaining for the second air defense. So in this particular case, I chose to bring in the stronger hound, the clan hound. And so as soon as he goes, he's taking fire from all of these defenses that are coming up. And generally speaking, you want to attack defenses that are air, that can attack air. And so drop your balloons on the archer towers, the wizard towers, as they make their way towards the air defense. They're going to path towards the air defense. That's your particular objective. And once those have gone, you bring in your other set. Now, before I said together, I didn't mean to say that. And so you can see the first hound went out directly onto the air defense, and the other one I brought off to the side can pull in fire from that archer tower. Now, the other reason you're doing that is so you can trip as many air balloons as possible, because you don't want those traps to hit your balloons. You want them to hit your hounds. So as they come in, I mean, you're out of spells at this point. All you're doing is just watching when to pop your hero abilities. The king has already been gone. We're just waiting for the queen. There's nothing else to do but watch and just protect your queen. And so I do something a little bit different here. As you can see, as this progresses, the queen, she still has her ability, and she's up over there. And I'm watching and just watching and watching. And I know that bow is still alive. And it's going to start attacking all of my little pups. It's going to start attacking those balloons. And so what I decided to do is, before that bow can finish off the rest of those balloons and those pups, I think they die anyways, but I chose to pop her ability right there, hurry up and kill off that bow, get that wizard tower, and finish that off. It's kind of a moot point, but that's all you're doing at this point, is just waiting and watching your hero's ability and using them when you feel it's the most appropriate. As I mentioned, bringing a couple of leftover cleanup troops, I chose archers. It's a slow-moving strategy, but it is very overpowering. This particular base, again, was a max Town Hall 9 with the bows up, and Hulk only had medium-level heroes. So this strategy is very powerful. Again, it's not effective for every base out there. It's not effective for most bases out there. But every now and then, it makes sense.